Hello and welcome back to Alex SpaceX Talks. Today with another episode of my SpaceX-ABC series, letter D for Dragon. The Dragon capsule is a spacecraft manufactured by SpaceX with the sole purpose of sending humans and cargo to space, mainly to the International Space Station ISS. The Dragon spacecraft was developed also as part of NASA's plan to hand over launches to the International Space Station to American companies, because NASA was still relying on launches from Russian soil. When the shuttle program ended, NASA did not have an immediate replacement vehicle. This left the company reliant on Russia to send up astronauts to space. The Dragon spacecraft can carry up to 7 passengers to and from Earth orbit and beyond. It is the only spacecraft currently flying that is capable of returning significant amounts of cargo to Earth, and it is the first private spacecraft to take humans to the space station. SpaceX's CEO Elon Musk named the spacecraft after the 1963 song Puff the Magic Dragon by Peter, Paul and Mary, reportedly as a response to critics who considered his spaceflight projects impossible. The Dragon spacecraft is equipped with 16 Draco thrusters used to orient the spacecraft during the mission, including correction maneuvers, orbit adjustment and attitude control. The spacecraft is also equipped with 2 drogue parachutes to stabilize the spacecraft following re-entry and 4 main parachutes to further decelerate the spacecraft prior to landing. If anything goes wrong during liftoff, the capsule has a launch escape system consisting of 8 Super Draco engines that each produce 16,000 pounds of force. The launch escape system quickly separates Crew Dragon from its rocket. On Saturday 30th of May 2020, when the Crew Dragon spacecraft carried NASA astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken into orbit for a rendezvous with the space station, SpaceX returned America's ability to fly NASA astronauts to and from the ISS on American vehicles for the first time since 2011. It was the first crewed vehicle to fly from US soil since the retirement of the shuttle in 2011. In addition to flying astronauts to space for NASA, SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft can also carry commercial astronauts to Earth orbit, the ISS or beyond. Crew Dragon is now making routine visits to the orbiting outpost and, as of September 2021, is also being used for fully private missions that carry amateur astronauts to orbit. So far, the Dragon spacecraft has a total of 34 launches, 31 visits to the ISS and a total of 14 reflown missions. During missions to the ISS, the SpaceX vehicle docks with the orbiting outposts autonomously, that is, without having to be guided in by a human. The flight computer then uses algorithms that determine, based on this information, how to fire the thrusters to most effectively get to the docking target. When astronauts are ready to return home from the space station, Dragon first undocks and then performs a deorbit burn with its thrusters. The vehicle's heat shield, located at its base, must survive temperatures hotter than the surface of the Sun as the spacecraft descends through the atmosphere. Then, after the fiery re-entry phase, the spacecraft needs to deploy 4 parachutes to slow its descent. Finally, the Dragon splashes down in the Atlantic Ocean, roughly 450 kilometers off the coast of Florida, where recovery ships will take the astronauts or cargo to safety and retrieve the capsule. The spacecraft can then be refurbished. That's all for today, folks, so I really hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and I'm already looking forward to welcoming you in my next video. Go SpaceX, go Starship, ciao!